Hey there, Kelly here. Today we are going to take your JOB and turn it into your online entrepreneurial journey. Because some of you guys have jobs that you actually like some aspects of it, you just can't stand your damn boss or your co-workers or their coffee. Stay tuned. So let's hop on into this thing. So again, my name is Kelly McRae. I am the Income Project Manager, and I'm helping you build six-figure recurring income. And part of the way that I did that is I spent 17 years in the real estate industry, pretty much doing almost everything in real estate, from appraising properties down to being a builder's agent and a sales agent and a buyer's agent and blah blah blah. And part of the way that I did that, or part of what I do now, if you will, I've taken some of those aspects from what it was that I did there and parlayed those over into my online business. So I know a lot of people will wonder, well, you know, I really like my job. There are certain aspects of it that I really dig, and I don't know how to turn that into an online business. I don't know how to take the fact that I work for the government and turn it into an online business. No, don't become Edward Snowden. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm implying. I'm just saying that depending on what you do, you can turn that over into an internet business, believe it or not, because what you have up here is a marketable skill, believe it or not. It is something that someone else is going to want. So let me give you an example, guys. I'm melting over here. I am burning up. I just turned the air on, so pardon me for glistening. But anyway, all right, so let's use the example I just gave of working for the government. So let's just say that you work for the Social Security Administration, right? And you can't stand your boss, you tired of working for them folks, although I hear they got really great benefits, so I don't know if you want to quit that job. That might not be smart, but I digress. But let's just say that one of the things that you are really good at is helping people navigate. Like, I mean, applying for Social Security is a very, it's a problem, it's an issue. It's like, for those that are applying for Social Security or for disability or whatever the case may be, it's a pain in the ass. And I'm not even gonna lie, there's all these hoops that you gotta jump through that are on fire with lions on the other side. And if you can help people navigate that, you can get a fee for that, because if you can help them get past their hurdles and jump through those hoops without getting their booties burned, that is a marketable skill. So if that is something, an aspect of your job that you actually enjoy, then guess what? You can monetize that. If you are a bureaucratic paperwork pusher, pencil pushing kind of person, you really enjoy that analytical, boring side of it, and you know how to help those people get through that paperwork, you know the things that would typically get rejected on the side of Social Security that you can help the civilian, if you will, get past. That's a business. Whether you realize it or not, people will pay for that. I know for me, when I was told to kind of go home by my doctor and told to collect disability, that was what forced me, if you will, into my online business. I was told to go home in February of 2016. I'm talking to you right now in June of 2017, and that thing still ain't been approved. So a year and a half later, could you imagine if that was the only thing I was relying on? But part of the reason that hasn't been approved yet is because I'm still having to jump through flaming hoops. Every time I go into the hospital, every time I see the doctor, I got to submit. So if you have a skill where you're able to help somebody with that, again, you've got a business. I talked to a lady who was considering coaching, and she used to work in cancer treatment centers, and she didn't particularly feel she felt bad getting to know people, and then later on sometimes they didn't make it, and it was very heartbreaking for her. But there were things that she said, well, if the facility just would have did this, it would have made life that much more comfortable for the patient while they were there. And if the facility would have done that, it would have made things a little bit easier for the patient while they were there. So I said to her, then you should probably become like a patient advocate, where you know the inner workings of what is happening inside of the system, and you know who to talk to. A lot of times us as patients, regardless of whether we're there for a common cold or if we're there for something as major as cancer, we don't always know who to talk to. We don't know the proper channels to go through. And sometimes we are like a bull in a China store. I'll tell you, for me, I know that it's a few places back in the States that they glad I'm gone because, I had to become my own advocate. So again, giving you the opportunity, think outside the box. If it's something about your job that you really like, and there's something, that area of expertise that you can take and turn into a consulting business, then that is kind of what it is that I'm talking about, having you to go out there and do. Let's say that you do something physical. You're in building construction, okay? I know a lot of times people are like, well, how am I going to take something physical and turn that into an online business? Well, guess what? You can, because again, your knowledge is going to be what you're going to sell from that aspect. So if you are in construction, there had to be a test. Like, I know that contractors have tests that they have to take. I know that there are building codes that they have to adhere to, that kind of thing. You can help put together study materials for other people who are coming up, who want to be GCs or who want to be builders, who want to be project managers, that kind of thing. Help put together study materials and help them be able to get to that point. If there are things that you feel like are that have been a problem on every project that you've been on, you can actually address those types of things. Ways to talk to the health inspector if you're building restaurants, ways to talk to the code inspector if you're building, houses, ways to handle, hire a roofer, those types of things that you can actually take into account, the proper questions to ask when building a home. Those are things that you can actually take and turn into monetized online skills. So that is my 2 cents worth on today. I hope that if you are working a job that you really, there's some aspects about it you're like, yeah, I really dig it, but there are a lot more things that you're like, you know what, I don't, and I don't really know what else to parlay myself into. Hopefully this is giving you a little bit of a side hustle brain dump that you can actually go in and figure out different things that you can do to monetize what your standard 9 to 5 is. So also, I have a 5-day video course on achieving the life of your dreams and overcoming fear. So a lot of times our issue isn't so much what can we do, it's that we're afraid to step out there and do it. So you will find the information for that in the description box. And I really do hope that this helped motivate somebody into some different thoughts. Sit down, brain dump, write those things down that you really like about your job. Leave out the negativity, and then figure out how you could turn that into money. If you can't figure out how to turn it into money, that's what I do. That's what I help you build. I come out of the box like I did here today and help you figure out ways to turn things that you didn't think had money into money. Money, cha-ching, cha-ching, baby. All right, so if you have not subscribed already, you should. I try to share something here every day if at all possible. And if you haven't given me a big old thumbs up, bam, give me 2. Come on now. And also, please share this out because, that's how I grow. And I really do appreciate you guys for being here and hanging out with me during my shenanigans. I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.